is something that could go here for TYLOO, but we are heading into Ancient. An opportunity to stay alive here in Cologne for TYLOO, and for MOUZ, it's an opportunity to knock him out and move forward. Pistol begins. Will we see the A split for MOUZ? It's the pistol we see a lot from the T sides lately, but it's a little different this time around for MOUZ.
Well, they can still work the bomb back towards mid, just making sure they don't lose B control early. And those A splits can be so powerful because it is hard to hold that donut angle from A now. If you don't have the mid control initially, if you get smoked off, you can't do much with the USPs to fight that. You can already see MOUZ slowly creeping up mid. The bomb is going to show face towards B, but now I think it will go back and maybe reconsider. BMAS is the man with the utility. He's still at spawn, but he is starting to lean towards that A side. And you can see slowly isn't actually able to watch both angles right now. He's having to snap between them. He's just going forward as MOUZ start to close the distance. This donut hold will not be easy with just a USP.
Well, slowly's moved forward to try and play with a smoke. He might be able to catch them here. Oh, it's awkward, but slowly's not going to come away with a single kill. Slowly goes down. Dexter eliminates him, and now we have the advantage from MOUZ, and JDC looks to extend it. Bentet reads the potential play through the red room, but no one will really come out on top of that fight. Attacker with a kill, bringing down Dexter, drawing out the 4v4. The plant is down for MOUZ, and they just need to hold it now. They just have to prevent this retake from being successful from TYLOO. JDC still in the red room, still cutting off rotations and being a threat. BMAS will go down to the hands of Summer. JDC's flank will not work, and the defuse is being stuck currently by Bentet. The shots are close, but not enough. Not enough shots will land to prevent him from pulling off the defuse, and TYLOO will pick up the pistol here at the start of this first half.
That is the one downside of playing that A split on the pistol. You yourself struggle to spam through the smoke if TYLOO have that available to them. That's exactly what happened for MOUZ the previous time they went for an A split on their pistol. They got smoked off in donut. They tried to spam through, but it's so difficult to get that shot to land, or at least to get enough shots to land to deny that defuse from coming in. So TYLOO off to a good start. Definitely a positive sign for them, but we're seeing TYLOO start out with these incredibly heavy B stacks. And this could be a good sign. They've got the early information. Now they should be aware it is likely an A play, but Danking is playing so passive, there's not much he can do here. And this force for MOUZ is strong.
Yeah, it's very strong. It's going to be difficult if they get the bomb down here. Damage being done through the smoke from Slowly. Oh!
Wow.
Bullet goes right through the smoke, and it's Slowly that gets eradicated by Torsi. Plant will go down for JDC, but luckily for TYLOO, the kill through the smoke will go their way, and right back into the reply is Frozen. So that keeps MOUZ ahead on the player count, barely with Dexter on 10 HP, but could make the difference here. Torsi with another kill. Bentet moves forward, swiftly removing Frozen, but Torsi is doing so much, and he's not alone inside of the temple. He's got a second teammate here of BMAS, and that's going to be enough to get MOUZ right back on the board. And as you pointed out, the strong force buy indeed will pull off the round win.
Yeah, unfortunately for TYLOO, the early B control was nice, but that shot from Torsi definitely helps.
He got so many kills from this one position.
Just kept going back and forth. It is a pretty strong angle to be playing from, especially when you have that player in cave to help keep you safe. And I think for TYLOO, the question on my mind now is, have they adapted to how many A plays you see from the T side on Ancient nowadays? Because they look like they've been pretty heavily B stacked in these early rounds. But if the Ts can get mid control, those A side splits are much more deadly. We're going to see another A play here, and this time the gamble for TYLOO hasn't worked out initially, but they've actually found a couple of kills.
Oh, that is not good for MOUZ. That is not good news at all. Torsi once again from this exact position he used in the previous round, getting a kill on Summer, but his teammates are few and far between, and also Torsi is taking significant damage. Bentet on the wraparound from Min, nearly gets to the lineup of two, but the kill from BMAS will be quick enough in reply. Torsi lucky to stay alive. Now they know where both players are positioned, but dealing with the threat is another story for TYLOO. It's just slowly left for the Deagle. And as much as this round might have come close, as much as you might have felt like there was an opportunity, it's not going to be enough to get the round when time will elude them, kills will elude them. Slowly we'll get another one on the way out the door. A lot of damage done under the economy of MOUZ. That looked like it should have been a simple, straightforward day at the office for MOUZ, but every player will go down. That's an empty A site.
TYLOO again showing that their deeds are to be respected. Couple of early kills that made the round scary. Even if MOUZ hold on to it, TYLOO now have a decent opportunity to compete for the economy game. Frozen's got a Mach 10 and the best B spawn. And oh, what is this from TYLOO?
What? Okay.
Okay. They stack the A site now. They feel like they want to shut it down.
Yeah, they're like, guys, they've got A every round.
Man.
Just stack A. And now they go B. Ah, the perfect call from MOUZ. Mass is just scratching his head. Where is it? Where are they? Where is everyone? This is too easy. This round really shouldn't be much of a threat at all. Dexter looking to make some money. TYLOO sending their forces back through T-spawn and up through the elbow to fight through mid. There is an AK in the hands of Slowly. Torji holding off the ledge. Summer will go down. He starts to think about the flank. AK down out of the hands of Slowly. The rest of the pistols will drop, and it is flawless from MOUZ, making sure their economy can grow. And TYLOO's A stack does not work out. MOUZ make the quick call into B. And now, well, the buy will come through for TYLOO finally. You know what I loved about Slowly during the pandemic? We had all the online tournaments. He used to play with no shirt on. Like straight up no straight up no shirt.
All right.
Bearing it all. Used to help him frag.
I'm sure it did.
Keep him cool.
I mean, hey, it helps cut down on laundry, you know? Save the planet by never wearing a shirt, maybe.
Just wrote TYLOO on his chest.
Oh, here's another A plane again. TYLOO have no one here early.
Yeah, JDC, front man, charging through slowly. He's like, why didn't we just stack A this round? JDC is already through. Torchy on the follow-up, and the kills are coming through for MOUZ as they barrel through the A site. Bintet held back, forced in towards Donut. At this point for TYLOO, looking at the money left over, you might just consider a safe call right away. And especially with that kill on the Summer, you should be saving these last two weapons. Get out of there. MOUZ with a nice call. This is a good calling game right now for Dexter. His calls have worked out perfectly back to back.
And this is where you could see TYLOO struggle to adapt. We were saying earlier, it's not going to be easy to have their coach Letney come in and help them in a tactical timeout. And we haven't seen TYLOO put any real forces over towards that A side of the map. They haven't been able to put up a fight there. In almost every round, they've left it open initially. MOUZ seem like they've got a read on that. They've been able to punish it. A great start for Torzy too.
Yeah, fantastic. 10-1 right now. That's what you would love to see from the start of the show. You brought that up earlier. Torzy quickly becoming the star of the MOUZ show. MOUZ on their T side versus Heroic elected to never really fight mid out of spawn, right? It was a lot of waiting out the initial utility and then committing into middle a little bit later in the round. We'll see if they're even forced to do that, because there's been a lot of just spawn calls out of MOUZ so far. And once again, it seems to be another one of those into the B side.
Well, they can get a quick flank through mid here, and that could be a little disruptive to MOUZ. If that bomb stays back, they've got a smoke up to cover them off for now, and they are just going to go contact B.
Yeah, information came late there for TYLOO, so already a lot of the MOUZ players are up on the site, but it's going the wrong way. Bintet gets a double on the rifle. Dan King with a deke hits one, and MOUZ having to recover. A bit of a desperate situation here. TYLOO find themselves in a perfect spot. They just need to send this one home. They can't afford to drop this. Dexter through the smoke, getting tied up in the back of the legs. No commitment to the plant yet. As soon as Dexter does that, it takes him out of commission and puts more pressure on Torzy. And that smoke isn't going to last forever. Dexter needs to get the bomb down. Torzy's coming back up to help him. Still a minute on the clock. A missed opportunity for Torzy. His teammate will go down after one kill, and Torzy unable to get anything done in that position. A good round to find here for TYLOO.
Finally, one of their early setups is effective. They had 3 towards mid, 2 towards B, but they had one of those mid players rotate back to B very quickly. And MOUZ here decided to go a little ahead of the utility, maybe trying to beat the punch onto the B site. But that's what allowed Bintet to have some assistance on those initial fights. And that cover on the site is pretty strong to play behind. So definitely nice for him to have a crossfire on the initial hold. Here is the mid utility. Took a while for those mollies to land and force Torzy away, but Bintet has made it up through mid. That means means Frozen needs to watch his back. There are smokes down right now. But Attacker is going to go forward. Frozen flashed through, won't be able to win that fight, and he was alone. So this B side of the map has been lost completely.
Oh, out through middle, JDC.
Wow.
Oh, catches Attacker. Looking the wrong way, just catches the timing. It's a lovely kill to find, but Bintet yet again delivering impact. In the previous round, gets a double that wins in the round, and this time might just do the same. That 2K puts him in a really good spot here, TYLOO. Full minute left, still to play with here for MOUZ. But not a lot of options available to them. It is an uphill battle for the remainder of this round.
Yeah, it was a good flash towards mid from MOUZ. It forced DanKing away, and that's what allowed them to get that initial kill up towards Shelf. But they didn't expect Bintet to be there too. He delivers.
Oh,
He has
Bintet
been spotted.
Yeah, he's got himself a little cubby in there. Oh, the molly, the peek, and the timing for Bintet. Oh, that has worked out very well for him. Torgy left alone. 30 seconds left. AWP in hand. Not a lot of money left over here in the coffers for MOUZ. Wouldn't it be a bad save here for Torzy? So I think that's what he's going to hope for. He can get this one into the next. Summer is relatively close, so might apply pressure towards the later stages of this round. But Torgy maintaining the AWP might be a key factor to MOUZ finding some success in this next round. Money isn't fantastic. Could see a quicker call here from MOUZ. They've been loving those.
This is a good sign for TYLOO, though. The fact that they were able to get this early aggression down through B. I was saying that could be an important win condition for them. And then obviously Bintet definitely delivering.
Yeah, it's great to see because Bintet, we pointed out, he had a very quiet performance on Overpass. It's good to see him find some impact.
Oh, they missed this smoke towards the B doors early.
Oh, that might cost him. Oh, shot will land, but it's not enough damage done to bring down Summer. Well, that's a bit of luck there, really, for TYLOO that he didn't get punished for that. Bit of unfortunate circumstances for MOUZ as well. You know, if you find that one pick, if you get that kill up the ramp, maybe you can springboard off of that, but you have to go and try and filter into this late mid play.
See Dexter smoking off this position so that they don't have to be exposed as they move up through mid. But there is still DanKing here. The upside is Torzy can hold these angles with the AWP, but the flash has forced him away. Bintet goes into the angle, almost lines them up. But DanKing now doesn't want to fight this, so mid given up. Donut is now open and slowly has to be a little careful.
It's so important that that Torzy rather gets that instantaneous trade, right? If he goes down, lets Bintet get a multi-kill. The round feels over for MOUZ, but slowly is going into the donut, and he might become a Krispy Kreme real soon, but it's a kill for slowly. JDC reacts, gets the trade right back. Once again, even odds on the player count. DanKing goes down to the deagle. Ice cold from Frozen, right between the eyes. 25 seconds, smoke deployed towards CT. That's going to prevent vision for Attacker, but smokes are not walls. You can walk through them, and Attacker gets in the midst of the gray screen. He's just holding. This one's going to be a late finish to the round. Both players have kits. Just one flash still available for TYLOO. They do not have a smoke to smoke off Donut. And there's two players within that position. AWP posted. Another shot for Torzy. And now it's just Summer, and he doesn't have a shot in hell winning this one. He is going to run away. Save this AK-47 into the next round. And MOUZ bounce back off the back of the saved AWP and some weaker guns.
Nice mid control for MOUZ. You see how effective that can be if you can get the mid control. And it wasn't even much utility available to MOUZ in that round, but they used what they had to just muscle out into that position. Figured that Torzy's AWP would have its best possible chance at impact in some of those fights. He didn't even really get the initial opportunity outside of this trade kill towards mid, but the turnaround from JDC was massive, and then Frozen doing some of that aggressive play that I was talking about earlier. When he gets his kills, they normally are impactful. That's one where he cuts off the rotate. And for TYLOO now, they are able to reinvest, but their money is close to being broken, and you really want to be getting a good CT side on the board on Ancient. So the fact that MOUZ have 5 early, a little scary.
Now that smoke from the T side doesn't go up into the red room.
Yeah.
It's a bit rough, but the
wow.
boost is great. So you counter some of that aggressive BE play that you were touching on earlier. It can be effective against MOUZ. Well, they seem to have found a response to it. Frozen nearly goes down. Shot for Danking will land, but again, not enough damage to bring down Frozen. That could have changed the tide of this round completely, but they're not working. MOUZ will maintain the advantage. Good molly to force attacker out into the open, but Danking covers off JDC and a second kill this time onto Torji. Was that a wallbang from where? So quick from Danking to get the double. He's got a little smile on his face.
Oh, Bentet, what is going on?
Oh, what is happening?
He's got a flash out. He hears a player running around him. Now they know it's likely going to be this A-sided play, so he'll rotate to help Slowly.
Yeah, Slowly will have the information. He'll be primed to try and deal with this one, but whether or not he's going to be too effective is yet to be seen. Smoke goes out to try and create a corridor to negate the issue of Donut. Slowly throws a flash to try and delay and try and send him into disarray. Bentet spots the boost attempt, takes BMAS away, and MOUZ's chances are starting to slip away from them. 2 players left, and I think they realize this one isn't doable. They're going to start to concede this at 19 seconds. Slowly maneuvering his way forward towards main. Doesn't want to commit too far beyond the arches. So we'll just drop back into a safer spot, and TYLOO will take themselves a 4th round. MOUZ will have to stomach their 4th round loss. Money's still okay here for the MOUZ side. AWP was retained too, so a buy will be good for the T's. There's that first kill. Frozen over the boost, but Danking, this is what ends the round. And it was that wallbang. It was the wallbang. That is ridiculous from Danking.
Yeah, that's incredible. And so important to get those to shut down the mid play. I think we have seen some adaptations come through from MOUZ compared to that earlier game they played on Ancient against Heroic. You saw in that round, they had some utility that seemed set to retake the B lane control. They had the molly and that smoke down, and that is something they were struggling with heavily against Heroic. They were losing that area of the map a lot, and they didn't seem to know how to get it back. So it's cool to see they've got some utility deployed, and you saw the molly force that player away. The smoke made him go back. He kind of had to tuck back behind the smoke, which could be a nice option for MOUZ in the future if they are going to see this constant B aggression from TYLOO.
MOUZ have a great opportunity still ahead of them to really take a strong T side here. The smokes in mid are...
They got one good this time, but they threw 2, it looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, Bentet holding this off angle. This is good if a player jumps up onto that box and tries to get towards Shelf, but I don't think JDC is going to do that. At least not until his teammates are here to help.
I'm loving this timeout music. It's really creating some tense play. It's got off.
As soon as you said it,
I know.
went.
I was really getting into it. It was building the tension.
Were waiting for you to say it.
Yeah, they're waiting for the tension to build, and Bentet, he's going to pick up one, goes down to Dexter on the reply, and slowly holds, and patience will work out for him. He does get his reward from it. Information will be picked out to where Slowly's playing from, and they try to get around the corner. Flash prevents Dexter from getting rid of Slowly. He's done such good work in towards main, it's just holding them at bay. And that's brought the numbers down on the MOUZ side of things, and they're just getting toyed with now. TYLOO kicking into gear here on the CT side have tied things up 5-5. MOUZ starting to look a little more like the MOUZ T side we've seen versus Heroic earlier today.
Looking much more mortal here on Ancient compared to Overpass. This was that shot from Slowly, and those sorts of fights are really important on the extremities of the map. It often comes down to a 1v1 fight where whoever wins it keeps the control for their team, and that can help so much. And that's oftentimes the sort of position that BMAS is put in. He's put in a lot of those spots where he can try and work by himself. That's why I was saying he kind of is playing similar roles to Rops in a way. When Rops was on MOUZ, he would be in a lot of solo positions, trying to work the map himself. BMAS not effective that time. Here is a flash back towards B. Attacker's going to go wide to hold this angle.
I think he's forgotten there's no boxes behind him anymore. He just got shot up in the back. JDC, easiest kill he'll get all game long. That puts him up to 4. Shouldn't be seeing many more opportunities here for MOUZ.
Had to flick up for that one.
Yeah, Danking hits those, man. He's got some crazy flicks. Frozen with the AK. Reload will lock his position in with the sound cue. TYLOO smell blood in the water, and it's that of Frozen.
Someone's behind him.
Yep. He's getting pushed from multiple sides and eventually extends out into middle. Slowly will take his life away, and that puts TYLOO into the lead. Now, MOUZ were really finding a lot of success from... It felt like their calls out of spawn, right? You were just running as a group towards one bomb site early. It's when they've gone into the default talk, it's looked pretty ineffective.
Yeah, I think it would be nice to see them have some map control being taken together early in some of these rounds. Looked like that molly might have missed towards mid as well for MOUZ. Normally you want that to land towards Donut. Seems like it landed a little shallow. Quite a few T-smokes deployed towards mid, but most of their players are currently out towards B.
I mean, to use that many smokes,
Yeah.
you have nothing left really. You have one smoke left. At this point, you just gotta hope you can win some crucial fights. And there's still utility available to TYLOO, and they're just gonna slow you down. You have nothing to combat this with. This is a rough start for MOUZ because they don't actually even get any control out of mid from the amount of utility used. You don't have a lot of options here if you're Dexter to work with.
And I think it does make most sense to go for an A play when you only have one smoke. You normally want at least two if you're going towards B.
Yeah.
But it is still going to be difficult with only a couple of flashes to work with. Bentek could potentially dodge away from those.
And how well he's been playing as well. Bentet's getting a lot of multi-kill success, so you charge down the A side, you better shut it down quickly. Where did the smoke go? Yeah, it's a bit of a gap in it as well, and slowly it's going to catch Dexter just running through mid. That smoke is not going to be used for the A site, as you pointed out, but luckily they have found the win condition into the A site, and that's stopping Bentet from finding impact. Slowly goes down as well, and suddenly MOUZ have turned this one in their favor. They've got the advantage, and they've got the site. Danking not getting the pick on BMAS, not finding the way through to the site, and TYLOO are going to have to call this one off. They're not getting ground just yet. It feels like there's still an opportunity if they can be effective in taking Corsi, but with that kill coming through, it really starts to slim their chances. They're gonna have to chop a lot of wood to get back into this one, and they might just do so. The smoke is deployed towards Donut. TYLOO have stayed committed to this. They've stayed in with a position, but the time is starting to tick. Nick goes on. Defuse being stuck around the corner. Summer finally goes down to JDC. It was close. There was certainly an opportunity there for TYLOO. Luckily, JDC stops the defuse from happening, wakes them up from the nightmare, and MOUZ will take their opportunity for a 6th round.
Yeah, a big part of why TYLOO are still sticking around on that retake is because they have that smoke. And they're only down one man, so they realize if we could get reasonable trades onto these site players, the smoke to Donut is a real win condition, a real opportunity. Oftentimes in those post plants on A, that's where at least 1 or 2 Ts will be playing. But MOUZ just about able to figure it out. And this mid control for MOUZ looks good. Again, using 3 smokes to get it, but they will get out into mid early.
First bounce for JDC, he's done it. We got mid, guys. Let's go. Yeah, finally. Oh, yeah, a couple of first bounce for TYLOO too. Doing well. Slowly making his way out middle.
Oh. Now, does he think that Dexter isn't going to be in top mid?
Yeah, that's the worrying part, isn't it? Oh, slowly. Time goes so slowly. He finds Dexter. He tracks him. Dexter doesn't think he's going to beat. The last thing he thinks is going to happen there is just a player coming up through Red Room from middle. So that's unfortunate for Dexter. Very well played for Slowly to get the kill back. And now MOUZ start to hit the panic button, try to get through to the A site, but Danking is at the ready and is successful in the first kill. The second will do a lot of damage, but no kill found from it. And so that gives JDC, Torsi, and Frozen an opportunity, but it's an opportunity that is cut short by utility from TYLOO. So they stop it from getting any further to the A site. 7-6. TYLOO bounced right back after the round loss, and that has put MOUZ in an uncomfortable position economically. This is frustrating for Dexter. There's no way you're thinking that's going to happen.
Yeah, it's such a risky play. If there's other Ts towards top mid, you could be in trouble with making that play. For MOUZ, it's only really Torsi delivering in terms of fragging numbers. 14 kills for him.
Oh.
We're saying he is the standout for the MOUZ side. Only the pistols in this round, so they up the tempo, but slowly sprays away. Solid spray down with the silenced M4, still able to get the multi-kill.
Yeah, as much as this does feel like now it's the battering ram with TYLOO, MOUZ already have done enough on the T side. You know, 6 rounds already picked up. They can feel good about that, even if this half ends in the dominant fashion we're currently watching. 6 rounds T side, not bad at all. Especially because we expect them to do a lot more work on the CT side, feel comfortable when they move over there. The issue you were talking about is obviously their T side performances. And they still have an opportunity to even get 7 rounds at the half here. They've got to buy back again.
Only the single incendiary towards mid. Smoke will finally follow so that JDC is in a position where he can't contest for that early control.
And it goes in deep towards elbow, but MOUZ are disrespecting utility. And, you know, with the slow default, we've seen this earlier versus Heroic. Obviously, you're going to have to deal with the fact that the CTs are going to take a lot of ground. But look how much ground they really have taken, right? They've taken full B lane. We've got Bintet, who's pushed all the way down, and he's got a good spot to watch elbow. MOUZ have got a lot of work to do. If they want to go back into mid, they're going to have to fight through really difficult setups here.
Retake the lane utility coming through again. They've got that smoke down, but Bentet's going to fight aggressively on the angle. Solid trade from Dexter, and another kill comes in for him.
That's massive. That is a lot of work done for Dexter. Smoke has come through that retake of B lane in full force right now for MOUZ. Attacker considering it, frozen. Luckily, he is more accurate to the shot. The first was landed by Attacker.
Oh my god.
Danking, you are mental. Goes back into the fight. BMAS puts him in the ground and punishes him. Slowly left in the 1 versus 3, and MOUZ look like they have got themselves in a position to take 7 out of the first half on the T side. Fantastic work here to get this many rounds squeezed out. Obviously, the really solid start helps that matter. Couple of gambles for TYLOO on the CT side. Not working at the beginning of this game. And gives MOUZ a lovely buffer to play with, and if they can force a few out towards the end, it just puts the cherry on top. Slowly will move back into the site, but it is to no avail. BMAS will put him in the ground, and it is a 7th round for MOUZ on the T side of Ancient. We'll see if they can close the series 2-0 after the break.
Seems like I can't get away from the hot sun. Always night and never day. Even when I wash the floor, the dust still comes. Keep on hunting for the bread. No matter how lost, need no light, no spark. I'm in line mode. With my eyes closed, I can see in the dark. I'm a quiet storm. Far from calm, I know you feel me, brother. Seems like I can't get away from the hot sun. Always night, it's never day. Even when I watch the floor, the dust will come. Keep on hunting for the prey. No matter how lost, need no light, no spark. I'm in line mode. With my eyes closed, I can see in the dark. I'm a quiet storm. Far from calm, I know you feel me, brother.
Welcome back to the Intel Extreme Masters Cologne. It's TYLOO versus MOUZ here at Ancient, the new Ancient, and we got to see 7 rounds be picked up from MOUZ's T side. Now, if you're more of a casual viewer and you see 7 rounds and MOUZ behind, you may feel a little lost as to why we're thinking that's so positive. Well, it is a very CT-sided map, even with the changes. We still see a CT bias, so MOUZ will be very happy with the amount of rounds posted, and the odds certainly reflecting that. Bimass aggressive through the cave, spots a couple of players from TYLOO, looking to try and barrel through the more standard A split.
Yeah, and this A site is completely open. The upside for MOUZ is you have the kit, but the thing that concerns me in this retake is, unlike in some of the earlier rounds, there's no smoke for MOUZ to be able to get some of these post-plant positions out of there, so they're going to have to fight for donut.
Well, Bimass rips apart Pintet. The first kill of the pistol will go MOUZ's way. Attacker will battle for a moment, but is then put in the ground by Torji, but the flank from Danking. Oh no, should have got a lot more. Luckily, was able to still at least get one, but slowly still has so much work to do. And the kit on JDC's back should confront that defuse to come in. Slowly had a tiny window to try and jump through, and he just doesn't get through it. 8 rounds for MOUZ. They've now tied it up. The CT pistol being picked up is a big step forward now.
I actually really like the way they go for this pistol round too. If you're not going to have a smoke for the retake, I think the best way to go about it is to just clear out donut straight away. Because then there aren't as many post-plant positions, really. It's unlikely the T's are going to push in towards CT spawn to play the bomb. That's not a great angle. So you probably just have to watch towards A main and Temple. And once MOUZ did clear out donut, it worked pretty well for them.
Look at the buy from TYLOO, though. They get the bomb plant. You know, you come into the round straight away with a strong force buy. 4 Galils, good bit of utility on slowly, so he'll take the Deeg instead.
There's a top mid smoke too, so they're going to try and swing together on this position shortly. It has faded now.
Yeah, but the CT smoke is still down, so they can actually get out mid. They don't know that, though.
There's another smoke.
Oh, that might just help MOUZ.
I feel like both teams have had some issues with their utility throughout, and there is going to be a punishment from Frozen. Now they have to use a second smoke. That is the final piece of utility that TYLOO have. At least they can start to have a look towards donut, but they're going to need to take those fights dry, and they really need to win these.
Oh, well, Dexter in with 1 on the MP9. Attacker trades him out, Dexter out of there, and JDC will go down to Attacker's Galil. Luckily, Frozen coming in, trying to clean it up, and oh, he's getting a lot out of it. A couple of weeks ago would have found that last kill too, but less bullets in the mag, and Danking will at least be able to save on for a moment. 35 seconds, backing away with a bomb.
Man's got 4 kills on his stat track Galil.
Yeah, he just bought that one.
Or maybe he just hates the Galil.
Yep. Danking is a man who changes his skins a lot, I've noticed.
I think he has, does he have the new AK skin, did I see?
He does.
Very cool.
Picked up the Prince stream very early, the Deeg. Started, I think it was first time I ever seen the Prince stream was in the hands of Danking, so he's quite a stylish guy.
Wow, he's sadly all style, no substance in this round.
God damn. Well, 9 rounds, 4 MOUZ. It's good that it survived the force buy. Obviously, I think the round could have been a little more deadly if TYLOO didn't have to use 3 smokes in top mid.
And they still lost a player while doing it. Yeah, I thought this crossfire and donut was going to be the most important moment, but it ended up falling onto the hands of Frozen, and he did what he had to do. The awkward thing for Danking is you save the Galil, and you obviously get no money on the T side for surviving. You get punished for not going for the round, and so he is not going to have the money into a future buy round. Would be nice if he could at least do some damage with it in this one. Not a massive amount of utility, but this B site is fairly weak. If they get the timing right on this, there is an opportunity to overwhelm Dexter, especially as he goes aggressive. Yeah, this is a pretty nice timing window.
Oh, a little flash peek to allow Dexter to change up his position towards Cubby.
Oh, there's a rotate.
And here comes the other flash. This is going to set up the MP9. Utility's good. Unleashing hell down the ramp. It's Dexter with 3. He'll knock him down alongside Torji and Bimass. As 10 rounds now going to the board of MOUZ. Double figures are reached.
Those simple flash plays, I think, are where MOUZ are most effective a lot of the time. They seem to be able to quite often just rotate into the right positions and line up these plays pretty effectively. Generally get a good read for where they need to be and what timing they need for those flashbangs. Sets up Dexter for a lot of success. And finally, we do see a timeout taken by TYLOO. DanKing has actually had an AWP dropped over to him. He's traded a Galil over to Attacker. So that's a pretty bad trade for Attacker, but he will do what he has to do for the team.
Yeah, Attacker is... That definitely lives up to his name a lot of the time, you know? You just get thrown into the midst of battle straight away. He'll do a lot of the dirty work. Be quite often very effective doing so as well. It's going to be very important to have attackers show up on this T side, and it's quick here from TYLOO to accelerate into the A site, the pointy lettered bomb site under pressure, and JDC is going to try and take a bit of the sting out of it. He's taken slowly down through the smoke, but they've penetrated the temple. Attacker already in the site of worship.
And I think the T's missed their donut smoke here, but they're still going to go for that bomb plant. They've got enough control of the site to get that bomb down, but look at how close the CTs are into the bomb site itself.
MOUZ just holding on, but time is certainly of the essence. A kill for Summer. Bentet following up. There's a very small window left here for MOUZ, and it's not looking to be used. They will not move fast enough back into the retake attempt, and they will have to concede. TYLOO stay up on the board. A 9th round will be collected, and they will show us a bit of a fight on this T side early on.
A play called straight away for TYLOO. Nice to see that they have got that available to them on this recent version of the map. Definitely important that you have that. That's a real tight angle from Summer, but just took MOUZ a long time to set up this retake. They were waiting to try and make sure they were all on the same page. Unfortunately, losing those early fights goes against them. TYLOO again grouping up outside of A early in this one. They have put some presence out to B though. Summer is just using some utility to try and keep MOUZ guessing. JDC over on A. Hasn't been having the best game so far. See if he can step it up this time, anchoring the bomb site. He should dodge the flashes if they're thrown to the left side of him. Well,
he's certainly going to dodge them as he dropped in behind the box, and here comes utility. First shots going through for JDC, they're good, and the second's even better, being helped out by the perfect flashbang of Torji. This has stopped TYLOO in their tracks. Ooh, DanKing is quick, but not quick enough to bring down JDC on the jump. Bomb down loose inside of the A site.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate here for TYLOO.
Listen, the bomb is on the site. It's not down on the site, but it is on the site.
It's on the floor. It's down on the floor.
You know,
but it's not planted on the site.
You can pretend that it is, and then TYLOO are happy.
I don't think they'll be too happy about that, Hawker.
No, probably not.
Not a lot to be happy about here for TYLOO.
Yeah, that's a solid hold from JDC. The flash really helped him, but you see why he's playing that position. Doesn't get blinded by any flashes thrown to the side of him.
You know, Summer used to be called Fancy.
Yeah, we've had there's a few players who have changed their names. I think one was Tony Black.
Yeah.
I can't remember why he changed
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting one that. But yeah, we had obviously
Deva, of course.
Yeah, well, that was more of an alter ego. But Summer, what do you prefer, Summer or Fancy?
I'm going to be honest, I don't think I'm a massive fan of either. I think Fancy's pretty decent. I think I prefer Fancy.
Okay, yeah. Do you remember the old snack you would have, like I don't know if they were just a British thing, but Mr. Kipling used to make French fancies or something they were called?
Yeah, I think I've had those.
I don't know if they're still kicking about, but they were great.
Back in the day.
JDC, that's just the hold. I mean, obviously assisted with how good the flash was from Torzi. Solid hold. A timeout being taken for the TYLOO side. I mean, they need it. They absolutely need it. And as you pointed out, how much effectiveness can you really get out of the short amount of time you get within a timeout to have your coach on the mic? You can't really go in depth with anything, right? It's more you can choose. You have to be very selective with what you talked about within that timeout.
Now we'll see what TYLOO have changed coming into this round. Bentet, the man who has to take the MAC-10. And it seems pretty similar right now for TYLOO. A lot of players going to A early. Sometimes just by taking a timeout, though, you can make the opponents think you're going to change something, and you can just run the same play again. That mind game can come through. JDC was spamming that smoke, and he goes down because of it. This bomb plant looking likely.
They go through, double play, through the smoke, and a double murder. Forged slowly. Dexter and Torzi scattered across the crime scene. And TYLOO will be happy and taking this one away. Frozen, late to the scene, won't be able to do much about it. Runs away, 10-11. The scoreboard will read TYLOO staying in this matchup. This isn't the convincing CT side that MOUZ set themselves up for. This isn't the domination out of the defense. This is TYLOO causing problems on the A side. There is no consistency here for MOUZ. As long as that continues, TYLOO will have a say on the second map of play.
Yeah, I honestly think at this point for MOUZ, they might just need to reinforce that A site a little, because TYLOO haven't shown an ability to do much else. They've just consistently been going towards this A site in almost every round. I can understand why in this one, MOUZ might think TYLOO would switch things up off the back of the timeout, but I actually like the call from TYLOO to just stick with an A play after taking that pause. They clearly refined things a little there. It was a much faster push out to A. The utility was cleaner. Those smokes landed in good time. MOUZ, with 2 players onto mid early, will be putting those incendiaries down. Danking can still have vision behind this, though. And that's going to help TYLOO get mid control without using anywhere near as much utility.
JDC needs to be careful now. He's in a tough spot. Luckily, BMAS able to peek alongside of him out of the B lane. Looks down into elbow and gets a double kill. Dexter pushes down B. Nearly gets away with a shot, but TYLOO are down 2 players right away at the beginning of round 22.
They'll have to group up at this point. Down in a 3v5, you've got to find a way back in. The B site rarely tested so far, and with a couple of smokes, the execute is an option. Oh, BMAS flashed in, will fall. And now Dexter could really do with some backup on that B site, but the way it's coming is through mid. MOUZ are moving up aggressively. Flash didn't blind JDC though. Good headshot height on the crosshair. Make sure he gets that quick kill. And now he can tuck back because he knows he's given his team a really strong advantage to play from.
Oh,
wow, Sama!
That's lovely. And that could make a difference here in the final 30 seconds. A kill like that through the top mid smoke. A kill that TYLOO did not expect to find. They now slinked away towards the B site, but they have indeed got ahead of the curve, and they are looking to try and make this one a misery for TYLOO in the final 20 seconds. They will emerge from the cave, but I do not think they're going to get much further. Smoke will allow them to cross out to the site. They may be able to get the bomb down, but Frozen quickly coming through the cave on the flank. He should be able to find Summer looking the wrong way. Frozen takes the kill, and now all of the pressure is on the in-game leader of Bentet. He must hold this, and it is impossible. He will be brought down, and MOUZ will respawn.
Yeah, if that B play came through a little sooner, there may have been potential there for TYLOO to make something happen because Dexter was completely alone. But this was the initial play, flashed in, BMAS able to get a couple of nice kills. And that is one of the scary things now on the T side. In theory, it can help you get mid control, but it can also be costly for you not having the boxes there as cover. If the CTs have a smoke down towards B lane, or they just have that full control, they can pretty comfortably go for that peak.
Another timeout for TYLOO at a turning point in this game because their economy's not in a great spot. So there was a decision ahead of this round to make, and investment seems to be the call. They're going to buy up into the AKs, utility starting to come through. But at this point, we're starting to get very late in the game. You lose this round, your money's gone again. Because it's been a bit back and forth, you don't really have a lot of loss bonus built up. So this could allow MOUZ to extend their legs and get themselves into a comfortable position to try and close this one out. It's quick for TYLOO through mid.
They're going to beat the mollies out mid early. Spam doesn't do a great deal of damage and slowly is already in donut.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of control already. He's pushed forward. Torgy playing from the temple. AWP is going to be scoped in towards this just on the left side of CT. He'll be able to catch out slowly and drop a little further back. So not an issue at all really for MOUZ to take that opening. And TYLOO yet to respond.
Yeah, I really like this read from MOUZ. Just stack 2 players on A early. It has been a lot of those A plays. And you don't even fight aggressively mid, because you know if someone goes into donut, slowly thinks he's beaten MOUZ. He's got into a good position, but Torzy was just waiting with the AWP. They don't use utility because they thought they had a positional advantage. And this angle from Frozen would also be really annoying to deal with if they were to move up mid. But it looks like TYLOO would rather go back towards B and leave Dan King over towards donut. He is coming back now, though. Oh, no.
He's coming back right into Frozen. Execution served on up. 45 seconds. Speaking of execution, TYLOO need to deliver one of those on towards this B site.
But they don't have any smokes to go for the full site execute.
So it's 2 flashes and a Molotov.
They just got to muscle their way onto this site right now.
And here they come. Summer up the ramp, 2 through the cave side. It has to be effective here for TYLOO on the initial fights. Have they got enough muscle to break through MOUZ's defensive wall? They're trying to tap away, trying to create space. Attacker does so. Bentet will follow up, and now it is all Summer. 1v3 for him. First kill is good, but the bomb in an awkward position has to be retrieved, and then the drop back is the difficult part from that point. So Torgy swings, takes him out. 13 rounds for MOUZ. Out of the timeout, TYLOO unable to post the round win. And the money is starting to really drop into a dire position. MOUZ looking to extend to 14.
A good adjustment from MOUZ, I think, throughout this half. They've realized here that the A plays have been pretty common. They make sure to have the AWP over there to assist. Now in this one, as you were saying, TYLOO don't have a great deal to work with. Smoke will go down early, but TYLOO feel like they can beat this. The incendiary hasn't landed. One of those missed right there, so BMAS will be under pressure, but the nade slows everyone down, and he's going to line up a quick triple kill that should just close the round right there.
Yeah, that's not tough at all, is it, for MOUZ? Keeping it clean, taking everybody down on the TYLOO side. Summer, a lovely shot from the D. He does hit one of those every now and then, but it's just one and done. His 14 rounds are posted for MOUZ, 2 away from moving forward. And TYLOO would be in a tough spot. Oh, we see the rifles be picked up again here for TYLOO.
Definitely fair to say that MOUZ would have been expecting to make it through this play-in stage here at IEM Cologne. And right now it is looking good for them to do so. 2 rounds away from advancing to that main event and eliminating TYLOO.
Oh,
okay.
no. Yeah, that should have been a more comfortable affair for Frozen, but slowly he's going to come away with it.
That was 2 shallow mollies from MOUZ. So clearly Frozen thought he was going to be fine peeking that. And now Dexter also mollied. His position given away.
He's going to get away, actually.
Nice flash to help.
Good work. Getting back into a comfortable position where he could perhaps deliver some impact later in this round. But for the time being, MOUZ will have to play with a player disadvantage. TYLOO taking mid-control. Still 1 player positioned outside of B in the form of Summer, but the bomb currently towards A, and they've sent a 2nd player back to join with him. As 2 players make their way through Donut, it feels like we're seeing an A split, and there's no one here on the A site right now for MOUZ. They are gambling over towards B, and it is not the right call.
Torgy will hear a smoke towards the site. It is going to cut off his vision, so he'll move in towards Temple instead, but that's one of the few angles that TYLOO have to be concerned about right now. So with that bomb being planted, MOUZ still pretty far removed from this round. Unless they get some early kills, you would think this round would be called off. Even with that smoke seemingly missing from TYLOO, it'll be fine. They'll be able to close this one.
Yeah, save call for MOUZ as soon as you call the gamble. No point throwing everything away. That just means their opportunity to close this will have to come in the later round, and that does allow TYLOO to pick up a crucial round win.
Summer has them locked in, so in theory, if TYLOO wanted to hunt, they could have had that opportunity. But looks like TYLOO just want to make sure they keep all their guns.
A lot of utility going to be available to TYLOO, which has been a bit of an issue over the last few rounds. They've got everything they want now.
MOUZ still with a solid buy of their own, though, off the back of the big save.
And it wouldn't be surprised in this round. Obviously, MOUZ seen what happened when they lose mid-control in the previous round. I wouldn't be surprised to see MOUZ really look to dominate mid from the start of this round.
Shouldn't see that same mistake made where they have the two incendiaries go to the same spot. Hopefully they can get that figured out. There we go, there is a deeper incendiary this time. Smoke has come in for Slowly to be safe, but a nade also lands on his head.
So, utility is dumped for MOUZ, but they don't really care about middle for the time being. TYLOO will go through the same steps, the same process. They've actually tried to fake out that there is a player in the cutout there. And you see the donut player of Frozen throw a smoke into the cutout to try and buy some extra time to slow TYLOO, try and waste a bit more utility. TYLOO will take mid. They will send Slowly out to try and figure out if the cutout is empty. He is 100% certain that it is empty. Doesn't even check it. Instead wants to fight out to Frozen at Donut instead. And it's the fight on B that goes the way of MOUZ. Dexter takes Summer out.
Slowly is still in towards top mid, so he can cut off that rotation. Only 2 CTs on B. You see that flash play that MOUZ have run a couple of times to look for info. But TYLOO are actually second-guessing this B play, and it might work out for them. Slowly is still in top mid. Torgy is starting to rotate away from A. Only 35 seconds remaining for this play, but good utility. Slowly in top mid means they can start to move towards Donut. And the smokes will start to come into the site.
Yeah, Frozen, luckily gets away with one because it looked a little awkward there for Frozen. And now Slowly needed to get some impact out for TYLOO, but he's going to go down, and the kills are coming in for MOUZ. Suddenly it is just Attacker, and they are running him down. They're putting so much pressure onto him. The rifle is snappy to 2, but he's stuck in an awkward spot and just too many bodies to try and take down. Torgy will end him, and 15 rounds now ring out for MOUZ. Series point available.
Final timeout taken by TYLOO on this map. They need it right now. Down 15-11. This was Torgy moving through the flames, which I think Attacker wasn't expecting. They knew the AWP was back into Temple. They thought they'd locked him out, but Torgy made the ballsy move to move forwards with his teammates. It's a good thing he did, because he was needed after Attacker landed some fantastic shots. Not enough, though. And MOUZ have that opportunity to close.
We'll see what the call is out of the timeout for TYLOO. What round they decide to play. It was a lot of focus on mid over the last few gun rounds, right from the get-go, trying to beat the utility, seeing if there's any way to get the opening. There goes the mid smoke sent out of spawn. Lane smoke sent up as well, so heavy presence towards B here from TYLOO right away.
Molly goes up to deny the B aggression. Dan King will hold for that. And MOUZ have been leaning away from B early in these rounds. The fast B play could be a good call here.
Bimas and Dexter here. Flash is going to blind everybody in the fight. Bimas ineffective in getting a single kill. Attacker brings him down. TYLOO into the B site, and they found the crucial kills. They'll stay up on the board, but the dunk, it's going to come in from Torzy right on top of Slowly, denies the plant, and buys so much time. And MOUZ, with just utility, are ripping apart TYLOO's ticket. They are starting to get a new one printed out back home, perhaps, as this might be their final few moments in Cologne. Bomb down, loose in the site. MOUZ just biding their time, knowing that TYLOO have to come into the den, knowing they have to come into the B site. Information collected as to the whereabouts of Dan King. They will smoke him off. Summer coming out of cave. They must attempt this, but it is futile. JDC brings down Summer, and Dan King left in the site, goes down to JDC, and MOUZ will take victory. They're heading through to the main event, and TYLOO will have to come back another year to see if they can get deep in Cologne.